Have you ever paused in the middle of your fast-paced life and asked yourself, why is English spoken everywhere? From the towering skyscrapers of New York to the narrow streets of Tokyo, from business conferences in Switzerland to seaside cafes in Thailand, English is everywhere. It flows through movies, songs, international news, airport signs, and billion-dollar deals. It's like an invisible thread weaving the world together. You may not always see it, but it's there, pulling us closer. Now, here's a truth many overlook. Mastering English isn't just about learning a language. It's about gaining access to opportunities, to global conversations, to the world itself. It's the key to better jobs, new friendships, more freedom to travel, to learn, to grow. It unlocks the doors not just to other countries, but to new parts of yourself. But wait, have you ever stopped to wonder, why English? Why not Chinese, the most spoken language by population? Why not French, the language of art and elegance? Or Spanish, spoken across dozens of nations? There's a reason, a powerful hidden reason. A reason wrapped in history, war, politics, and global power plays. A reason that's rarely told, but once you know it, you'll never see English the same way again. So get ready, because what I'm about to share might shock you. It may challenge everything you thought you knew about how English became the world's language. This isn't just a lesson. It's a journey. And by the end of it, you won't just understand why you're learning English. You'll feel more inspired than ever to master it. Don't miss what's coming next. Hit that subscribe button right now, because this is more than just another podcast. This is your moment, your journey. And it starts now. Let's travel back in time over 1,500 years ago, when English was nothing more than a small local dialect, almost unknown and insignificant on a tiny island in the northwest of Europe. At that time, the world was dominated by powerful and prestigious languages. Latin, the language of the mighty Roman Empire. Greek, the voice of philosophy and knowledge. Chinese, the symbol of one of the oldest civilizations in the East. And Arabic, the center of commerce, science, and culture in the Islamic world. In that vast landscape, English was a tiny, humble language, barely noticed, even forgotten. So what made this so-called insignificant language, living on a small and obscure island, rise up to become a global language, one that billions of people around the world learn and use daily for work, travel, business, and entertainment? This incredible transformation is not just a story about language, but also a tale of power, history, and unexpected changes that you would never imagine. Don't take your eyes off this video, because the inspiring secret behind this journey will be revealed in the next parts. Imagine the 17th century, when England, a small country on the chilly shores of Europe, began an extraordinary journey few could have predicted. With unprecedented naval power, England not only defended its territory, but gradually extended its influence across vast oceans, reaching far-off lands like India, Africa, Australia, and even the Americas. This marked the beginning of the British Empire, the largest empire in history, where the sun never set. But what made the real difference was not just the ships or weapons, but something seemingly simple, yet immensely powerful: the English language. English quickly became more than just a means of communication. It became an essential tool in the governments, education systems, and commerce of the vast colonies. Like an invisible thread, it connected diverse lands with different cultures and ethnicities, turning English into the language of power, knowledge, and opportunity. Schools, government offices, and trading ports, all used English as the common language, allowing it to penetrate far beyond England's borders. As colonies gradually gained independence, many countries chose not to abandon English, but kept it as a valuable legacy, a powerful tool to integrate with the modern world and boost their economies. Today, English remains a global language, from business boardrooms to prestigious universities, from movies to the internet, from international conferences to everyday conversations. But how did a language once considered a small, obscure dialect become the global language of prosperity and power? The secret and the pivotal moments in history will be revealed in the next part. Are you ready? In 1945, as the guns of war finally fell silent and the world reeled from the aftermath of the devastating World War II, an unprecedented shift in global power began to take shape. Europe, once the cradle of power and civilization, lay in ruins, economically shattered and socially weakened. But across the Atlantic Ocean, a new superpower was rising stronger than ever: the United States of America, a nation that transformed itself from a relatively unnoticed force into the dominant leader on the world stage. Not only through overwhelming military strength, but also through a booming economy, groundbreaking advances in science and technology, and a bold political vision that established it as the pillar of the New World Order. Yet America's power was not confined merely to GDP figures or nuclear arsenals. What truly made the country exceptional was the spread of its culture and language. English was no longer just the tongue of a fading colonial empire. It had become the voice of the modern industrial age, the language of dazzling Hollywood lights, global music, mass media, and cutting-edge technology. Every film, song, TV show, and piece of American software not only captivated millions of hearts worldwide, but also planted the seeds for the dominance of the English language across continents. From boardrooms in New York and London to classrooms in Beijing, Tokyo, and even remote villages in Africa, English became the key that unlocked doors to opportunity, knowledge, and global connection. Few could have imagined that a language once dismissed as a minor, insignificant dialect a millennium ago could come to dominate the world so powerfully and silently. But the story doesn't end there. What enabled the U.S. not only to seize but also to maintain this unrivaled position for decades? Will English remain the global language forever, or will a challenger emerge? More importantly, how will this affect your future, the very person listening to this podcast right now? The secrets and surprising answers await you in the next part of this language conquest journey. Don't miss it. English did not become the global language by chance or luck. It is the result of a powerful combination of factors that elevated it to become the world's communication bridge. One of the key reasons is the role of the US dollar, the strongest and most widely used currency in global economic transactions. As the dollar became the standard in international trade, investment, and finance, English naturally became the mandatory language for communication, negotiation, and signing complex business contracts worldwide. This language turned into an indispensable code for running all financial and commercial activities, from banking and stock markets to multinational corporate conferences, giving English speakers the opportunity to connect, work, and succeed anywhere in the world. Beyond its economic power, English spread strongly through global popular culture, especially entertainment. Hollywood, the world's movie capital, along with American music, dominates the global entertainment market, becoming the source of inspiration and a powerful vehicle for delivering English to billions of people. As blockbuster films, hit songs, TV shows, and social media travel across continents, English naturally infiltrates daily life everywhere. English learners no longer feel bored with textbooks, but immerse themselves in the vibrant world of entertainment, which helps them naturally acquire and develop their language skills. This is why English is not just an academic language, but also a language of creativity, fun, and global human connection. Moreover, we cannot overlook the decisive role of the internet and digital technology in solidifying English's dominant status. English was chosen as the primary foundation for the development of the global information network. Most websites, software, mobile apps, social media platforms, and digital services use English as their main or most popular language. The availability of most knowledge, documents, videos, articles, and online courses in English makes it the key to unlocking the vast treasure of human knowledge in the digital age. This not only helps internet users connect and exchange information effectively, but also creates positive pressure for people worldwide to learn English if they don't want to be left behind in the digital era. Furthermore, English holds the top position in science and innovation. Most scientific research, academic papers, and international publications are written in English, making it the official language for sharing new knowledge and breakthroughs. This facilitates effective access, learning, and collaboration among scientists, students, and researchers worldwide. Leading universities teach in English, attracting international students and training talented generations ready to enter the highly competitive global workforce. English has become the language of creativity, research, and development, a vital tool for anyone aiming to lead in science, technology, and medicine. Finally, the military and political power of English-speaking countries has significantly contributed to the spread and reinforcement of English's global position. After World War II, the United States and its English-speaking allies became the centers of economic, political, and military power worldwide. Major international organizations such as the United Nations, NATO, G7, and various multilateral conferences often choose English as the official language for communication, negotiation, and making crucial decisions that affect the entire world. World leaders frequently use English in bilateral or multilateral meetings to break down language barriers and foster mutual understanding. Thus, English is not only the language of daily communication, but also a powerful tool that enables nations to shape and control international relations while protecting and advancing their interests on the global stage. All these factors combined create a formidable force that allows English not only to survive through time, but to grow sustainably, becoming the global language everyone wants to learn, use, and master. That is why, no matter where you are, equipping yourself with English skills is a golden key opening countless opportunities and experiences in today's modern world. English is not the most spoken language in the world. Languages like Chinese have far more native speakers, but English holds the unrivaled position as the most powerful language today. The strength of English lies not only in the number of its speakers, but also in its ability to connect and influence people globally. English acts as a bridge across cultures, economies, sciences, and politics, linking every corner of the planet. What's remarkable is that despite being an international language, English is relatively accessible, making it easier for many people to learn. With its straightforward grammar, rich and flexible vocabulary, English allows learners to quickly engage and use it in a wide variety of situations. Moreover, English is incredibly versatile across countless fields, from everyday communication and international business to scientific research and popular culture. Millions of documents, books, online courses, films, music, and social media platforms use English as their primary language, creating an immense reservoir of knowledge and experiences accessible to anyone. Constant exposure to English in real-life contexts helps learners not only improve their skills, but also broaden their perspectives and understanding of a diverse world. Beyond that, mastering English opens doors to countless career opportunities worldwide. In this era of globalization, many multinational companies, international organizations, and high-tech industries require English proficiency as a fundamental skill. Being fluent in English not only enables effective communication, but also provides a significant competitive advantage in one's career, helping individuals enter professional, dynamic, and innovative work environments. English is more than just a means of communication. It is a vital global skill that helps you integrate and thrive in a rapidly changing modern world. Grasping and mastering English empowers you to expand international relationships, access advanced knowledge, and continuously develop yourself, thereby creating important steps forward for your life and career. This is why English has become an indispensable language on the journey of personal growth and professional success for people around the world today. Listen closely. Is English really destined to remain the world's dominant language forever? Or are we standing at a historic crossroads where Chinese, with its billions of speakers, is steadily rising, or Spanish, the language of over 500 million people, will take over the global stage? And there's an entirely new force never seen before. Artificial intelligence with lightning-fast automatic translation, capable of breaking down all language barriers in the blink of an eye. Can you imagine a world where we no longer need to learn English? Or will English hold its throne even stronger despite all challenges? The journey to explore the future of English begins here, where we don't just ask questions but seek answers to one of the greatest mysteries of the modern world. Are you ready to open that door with me? This is not just a story about a language, but about power, culture, and the future of all humanity. Let's embark on this journey together to not only understand English, but to understand ourselves, living through an unprecedented era of transformation. English today is not just a language. It has become a global phenomenon with unprecedented reach and influence in human history. The first astonishing fact is the record-breaking number of people learning English. Over 1.5 billion people worldwide are striving daily to master this language. From bustling urban centers like New York, London, and Tokyo to the most remote villages on Earth, English classes continue to sprout up, becoming beacons of hope for countless individuals eager to improve their lives, expand their knowledge, and connect with the outside world. This is no longer a passing trend, but a global movement, demonstrating the extraordinary power of English in breaking down barriers of geography, culture, and society. Moreover, in this era of booming digital technology, English further asserts its role as the operating language of the modern world. From foundational platforms like programming and software development to advanced fields such as artificial intelligence, AI, blockchain technology, and big data, English remains the dominant language, enabling experts, researchers, and entrepreneurs to communicate and collaborate effectively. Even in rapidly spreading social media trends, the most popular and trending content is primarily in English, making it almost impossible to access information or participate in critical global conversations without knowing English. There is no denying that English has become an essential survival tool in a world that is constantly changing at a dizzying pace. As everyone races to keep up with development, English becomes the golden key that opens doors to knowledge, careers, and limitless experiences. Those who seize and master this language will have a superior chance to build better lives, integrate deeply into the global community, and seize every opportunity for growth in the digital age. Therefore, it is no coincidence that English is growing stronger every day, continuously developing and expanding its influence. And in the near future, it will become the most indispensable language in the world. Are you ready to embark on the journey of conquering English? English is not just a language. It is the key that unlocks vast opportunities in the modern world. From its humble beginnings as a small local tongue on a distant island, English has risen to become the most powerful global language, shaped by the complex history of the British Empire, the rise of the United States, economic strength, technological innovation, cultural influence, and its indispensable role in science, politics, and communication. English has transcended the boundaries of a mere language to become a bridge connecting billions of people worldwide, expanding career opportunities, education, and cultural exchange. It is no coincidence that over 1.5 billion people across the globe are learning English, from bustling cities to remote areas, because English is the language of the digital future, innovation, and development. Mastering English enables individuals not only to easily access an endless wealth of knowledge, but also to enhance their adaptability and competitiveness in an increasingly challenging global environment. While the future of English may be influenced by other languages or translation technologies, its deep roots and continuous growth ensure that English remains stronger and more widespread than ever. Investing time and effort into learning English is a smart and essential step toward building a successful and prosperous future. Begin your English journey today, because this is the global language that opens countless doors and opportunities on the path to personal growth and career advancement. The journey of the English language from a humble tongue to a global powerhouse offers valuable life lessons for each of us. First, it demonstrates the power of perseverance and time. English did not become widespread overnight. It is the result of centuries of development, expansion, and adaptation to historical, cultural, and social changes. This reminds us that every great success requires persistence, patience, and continuous learning. Second, the rise of English is a clear testament to the importance of seizing opportunities and broadening one's horizons. As the British Empire expanded and America rose to power, English was granted a special role. Those who embraced this language gained a significant advantage. In life, flexibility, openness to new ideas, and the courage to step out of comfort zones help us go further. Third, English shows that connection and communication are keys to growth. Today's world is more interconnected than ever, thanks to a common language that enables people to understand each other better, share knowledge, and collaborate effectively. This highlights the value of building strong relationships and meaningful connections in all areas of life. Finally, the story of English reminds us that nothing is fixed. Everything is constantly evolving. We must always be prepared, willing to adapt, and committed to self-improvement to avoid being left behind. Learning, skill enhancement, and expanding knowledge are the paths to overcoming challenges and unlocking new opportunities. In summary, the journey of English is a profound lesson about perseverance, adaptability, the importance of communication, and the spirit of lifelong learning. Key factors that help us succeed and thrive in an ever-changing modern world.